Assalamu alaikum. This is Shahrukh Mujumdar welcoming you all to the English news from Btv-Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Advisory Council urges anti-fascist political parties to reach agreement through discussions on disputed issues within week. ICD adjourns recording of witness testimonies in case filed over crimes against humanity during July movement till tomorrow. Next national polls to pave the way for building new Bangladesh, comments CEC. Chattogram Port Bay Terminal to connect Bangladesh with whole world. Tender for construction to be called in next June. Doctors advise to remain careful about winter diseases as outbreak occurs earlier of the season. Three more people die and 3 additional bodies recovered from rubbles in Gaza. And India women cricket team crowned World Cup beating South Africa in Mumbai. Those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. The Council of Advisors today urged the anti-fascist political parties to reach an agreement through discussions within a week on disputed issues such as the implementation of the July Charter and the proposed referendum. The Advisory Council made the call at an emergency meeting held at the Chief Advisor's office to discuss the July Charter prepared by the National Consensus Commission and matters related to the implementation. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus presided over the meeting. After the meeting, Law Advisor Dr. Asif Nazrul said the coordinated decision from the political parties will pave the way for the government to reach a decision on holding of referendum. He said the meeting expressed gratitude to the National Consensus Commission and all political parties for their relentless efforts in reaching consensus on key reform issues. Besides, the discussions in the meeting focused on finalizing the July National Charter Constitutional Amendment Order as proposed by the Commission, organizing a national referendum and determining the content of the referendum. Dr. Asif Nazrul said the Council of Advisors reaffirmed the government's commitment to hold the next parliamentary election in the first half of February 2026.
উপদেষ্টা পরিষদের সভায় ঐক্যমত কমিশনের প্রস্তাবিত জুলাই জাতীয় সনদ সংবিধান সংস্কার আদেশ চূড়ান্তকরণ এবং এতে উল্লেখিত গণভোট আয়োজন ও গণভোটের বিষয়বস্তু নিয়ে আলোচনা করা হয়। সভায় লক্ষ্য করা হয় যে ঐক্যমত কমিশনে দীর্ঘদিন আলোচনার পরও কয়েকটি সংস্কারের সুপারিশ বিষয়ে ভিন্নমত রয়েছে। এছাড়া গণভোট কবে অনুষ্ঠিত হবে এবং এর বিষয়বস্তু কি হবে এসব প্রশ্নে রাজনৈতিক দলগুলোর মধ্যে যে মতভেদ দেখা দিয়েছে সেজন্য সভায় উদ্বেগ প্রকাশ করা হয়। এই প্রেক্ষিতে গণভোটের সময় কখন হবে, মানে গণভোট কবে অনুষ্ঠিত হবে, গণভোটের বিষয়বস্তু কি হবে, জুলাই সনদে বর্ণিত ভিন্নমতগুলো প্রসঙ্গে কি পদক্ষেপ নেওয়া হবে তা নিয়ে ঐক্যমত কমিশনের প্রস্তাবগুলোর আলোকে জরুরি ভিত্তিতে চূড়ান্ত সিদ্ধান্ত গ্রহণ করা প্রয়োজন বলে সভা অভিমত ব্যক্ত করে। এসব ক্ষেত্রে ফ্যাসিবাদ বিরোধী আন্দোলনের দীর্ঘদিনের মিত্র রাজনৈতিক দলগুলোকে স্বীয় উদ্যোগে নিজেদের মধ্যে আলাপ আলোচনা করে সম্ভাব্য দ্রুততম সময়ে সম্ভব হলে আগামী 1 সপ্তাহের মধ্যে সরকারকে ঐক্যবদ্ধ দিক নির্দেশনা প্রদান করার আহ্বান জানানো হয়। এমন নির্দেশনা পেলে সরকারের পক্ষে সিদ্ধান্ত গ্রহণ অনেক সহজ হবে। বর্তমান পরিস্থিতিতে কালক্ষেপণের যে কোনো সুযোগ নাই, সেটাও আমাদের সবার বিবেচনায় রাখা প্রয়োজন। উপদেষ্টা পরিষদের সভায় 2026 সালের ফেব্রুয়ারির প্রথমার্ধে আগামী সংসদ নির্বাচন অনুষ্ঠানের বিষয়ে সরকারের সংকল্প পুনর্ব্যক্ত করা হয়।
The International Crimes Tribunal has adjourned until tomorrow the recording of witness testimonies in the case filed over crimes against humanity, including the shooting of Amir Hussain, who was seen hanging from a rooftop ledge, and the killing of 2 other persons during the July movement in the capital's Rampura. The 3-member judicial panel of the tribunal, headed by Justice Ghulam Murtuja Mujumdar, issued the order at the end of the 3rd day of testimony in the case against former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman and 4 others. The tribunal today recorded testimonies from 2 witnesses in the case. One is Tabassum Akhtar Niha, wife of martyr Nadeem, as the 3rd witness, and Yaqub Mia, an eyewitness, as the 4th witness. Earlier, on 27th of October, the 2nd witness, Mustafizur Rahman, father of the injured child, Basit Khan Musa, gave his statement before the tribunal. On 23rd of October, the 1st witness, Amir Hussain, who was shot while hanging from the building ledge, testified in the same case. Apart from former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman, the other 5 accused in the case are former ADC of DMP's Kilgaon Zone, Rashidul Islam, former officer in charge of Rampura Police Station, Mashir Rahman, and former Sub-Inspector Tariqul Islam Bhuiya. Among the accused, Chanchul Chandra Sharkar has been arrested, while the others remain absconding. The arrested accused was produced before the tribunal this morning. Chief Election Commissioner A.M.M. Nasiruddin commented that the upcoming national election will pave the way for building a new Bangladesh. He made this remark today while visiting a security drill and oral training session conducted by the Ansar and Village Defence Party (VDP) for election centre duties. Presiding over the event, Major General Abdul Muttalib Sajjad Mahmood, Director General of Bangladesh Ansar and VDP, said that only young and well-trained members will be assigned duties to ensure a free, fair and credible election. He emphasized that no partisan or unqualified individuals would be engaged in the process. The Chief Election Commissioner said the Election Commission will officially begin the voter registration process on November 19th. A total of 7,886 trainees from 74 centres across the country joined the program simultaneously through an online platform. The CEC noted that certain quarters are spreading misinformation about the election and urged all to verify and disseminate information responsibly in the greater national interest. The Managing Director of Dhaka Mass Transit Company Limited, DMTCL, Farooq Ahmed, said that the recent accidents involving the metro rail might have occurred due to design faults, the use of substandard equipment and inadequate project handover. He said the exact cause of the accidents can only be confirmed after the investigation is completed. He made these remarks today at a press conference held at the Metro Rail office, where the overall progress and operations of the ongoing Metro Rail project were discussed. Farooq Ahmed further said the responsibility for project handover lay with the consultancy firm, but a lack of efficiency might have led to certain shortcomings. The 3rd day of the final round of Bangladesh Television's popular program Notun Kuri passed today. The final competition started at Bangladesh Television this morning. On the 3rd day of the finals, 39 contestants took the stage to perform in classical dance, Hamd Nath, Rabindra Sangeet, comedy and patriotic songs. After successfully completing the grooming phase and advancing to the top 10, the young participants are now competing in the grand finale. In total, 127 contestants are participating in the final round across 12 different categories, with 5 finalists in each category. The much-awaited final round of Notun Kuri 2025 will continue till tomorrow. The proposed Chattogram Bay terminal is being hailed as an economic game-changer for the country since more than just infrastructure, this project is designed to connect the country with the rest of the world. Chattogram Port Authority informed that it is scheduled to invite a tender for the construction of the terminal in June of the current fiscal year. The port currently handles around 3.3 million 20-foot equivalent units of containers annually, with approximately 4,000 vessels calling each year. However, as trade demand escalates, the port's facilities remain constrained. Key bottlenecks include the limited draft and restricted flow of the Konifulu River, single-lane vessel movement, and an inability to accommodate ships with a draft greater than 190 meters. This results in constant delays in cargo handling. According to the World Bank, these delays cost the Chattogram port an additional $1 million daily. Furthermore, the active terminals CCT and NCT are nearing the end of their lifespan, which is projected to conclude around 2040. The Chattogram Port Authority held a meeting with various local and international contractor companies to discuss the construction process, project details and procurement plan today. Representatives from the World Bank at the meeting emphasized that the Bay Terminal will be a game-changer for Bangladesh. The meeting revealed that the Bay Terminal is a $3 billion investment. Once operational, it will allow direct 24-hour load and unload of goods from large seagoing mother vessels, eliminating the costly demurrage charges currently incurred. The port will be able to accommodate larger ships with a draft of up to 1,500 meters. The Port Authority will invite tenders in June of next year. Of the 3 planned terminals, 2 will become operational in 2030, with a third opening in 2035. Winter is still about a month and a half away, but due to climate change, the weather is changing in an adverse manner across the country. The number of people suffering from cold, cough and fever is increasing. The chances of getting infected with viral flu and are higher in the winter season. For these reasons, children and the elderly are at high risk due to this. Doctors have advised to remain careful to reduce the outbreak of winter diseases. The doctors said there are usually 2 flu seasons in the country, March to April and August to September. The August to September flu season is extended till winter, when people of all ages are affected by cold, cough and other cold-related diseases. Children are more likely to suffer from serious diseases like respiratory problems and pneumonia in winter. On the other hand, elderly men and women are also at higher risk in winter. Doctors advise to remain careful about children in winter and protect them from cold outbreaks. They said it is necessary to ensure proper medical care to keep children's health free from risks during this time. Additional health awareness is needed during winter, the doctors opined. Now international news. Israel has been continuing its deadly attacks across Gaza, killing at least 236 Palestinians and wounding more than 600 others since a US-brokered ceasefire between Hamas and Israel took effect last month. In the past 24 hours alone, hospitals in Gaza reported the deaths of 3 more people and recovered 3 additional bodies from beneath collapsed buildings. Another person succumbed to injuries sustained in earlier attacks. Among the latest victims was a Palestinian man killed by an Israeli drone strike in northern Gaza's Shujaiya neighborhood. The Israeli military said he had crossed the yellow line, marking the ceasefire boundary, and approached its troops without offering evidence. In a statement, the army claimed the man advanced towards troops in the northern Gaza Strip, posing an immediate threat, prompting an airstrike to remove the threat. Gaza's health ministry reported that since the truce began, the bodies of 500 Palestinians have been retrieved from under the rubble of destroyed homes and buildings. victims of Israel's 2-year genocidal war and ongoing bombardment that left much of the enclave in ruins. Separately, on Sunday evening, the Israeli Prime Minister's office said on X that 3 bodies of deceased Israeli captives have been received in Israel via the Red Cross. As per the terms of the ceasefire, Israel must now return the bodies of 45 dead Palestinian prisoners, 15 for each Israeli captive returned. A magnitude 6.3 earthquake has killed at least 20 people as it struck northern Afghanistan near the city of Mazar-e-Sharif. The Taliban Ministry of Public Health reported the death toll on Monday, raising this estimate as search efforts began. A further 320 people are reported to have been injured. According to the United States Geological Survey, USGS, the quake struck at 1 o'clock on Monday midnight at a depth of 28 kilometers near Mazar-e-Sharif. Just 2 months ago, an earthquake in the east killed more than 2,000. An Afghan Health Ministry spokesman stressed to journalists that the death toll of 20 was only preliminary. Afghanistan's National Disaster Management Agency said reports on casualties and damage would be shared later. The earthquake also destroyed part of the holy shrine of Mazar-e-Sharif.